This video is sponsored by JNC Collectibles website at jnccollectibles.com. Be sure to check them out for all your TCG needs, from sealed products to sleeves to playmats. Link is in the description box below. Thank you, and back to the video.
Alright, this is Charlie from JNC here. Who do we have?
Jib.
Jib, what'd you do?
I got top 32 at YCS, Indianapolis.
What's that? Okay, let's get it.
Before we get started, shout out to my sponsors, Team JNC, Dual Link, and Dragon Guard. Also, shout out to the people that I tested with for this event. Shout out to Enzo, Bill, Gabriel, Susi, still in top cut, and then shout out to Adrian also. Shout out to Mai and Lundry. There was no actually helped us for this event. Yeah, so let's get into it. I played 3 copies of Snake Ash, 2 copies of Poplar, 3 copies of Bonfire, 3 copies of Witch, 3 copies of Wanted, the 1 of Snake Eye spells, and then 2 copies of Crossout. This is it for the engine. So this is very similar to Gabe's list that he played at the French Nationals. The idea is we wanted to have 18 engine, 18 non-engine, and then the 4 bricks at the end. It just gives us like a really good balance, and in the siding patterns we try to maintain that. Some of the matchups we have to go over 18 non-engine in order to beat post-side, but we didn't like how a lot of the Snake Eye lists, they were playing more engine cards, they were playing non-engine, and we felt like we had to draw more non-engine going second in order to win, and we didn't want to go over 40, so we had to cut down the worst engine cards, which Crossout and 1-for-1 are the worst engine cards. You'd rather draw these cards than Crossout and 1-for-1. So that's it for the engine. 2x2. For the non-engine, we played 3 copies of Ash, 3 copies of Veiler, 3 copies of Mourner, 3 copies of Imperm. These are the 12 hand traps we played. They're just the best hand traps. The rest of them aren't that great. Nibiru doesn't pair well with other hand traps, neither does Droll or Ogre. Ogre would probably be the next hand trap we played, but instead of just playing more hand traps because we just felt like the value just went down too much, we just decided to play the 6 best board breakers, which is Tactics and Droplets. This card overperformed the whole day. It was probably, whenever I saw this card, I won. So this card was amazing. This card was okay. It was good though. But yeah, it was alright. And then the 4 bricks, 2 Flamber's Dragon, 1 Snake Eye Diablo, 1 Oak. We played this for the 38 combos. Yeah, it's just better than just Synchron. We just played these cards. For the side deck, we played 3 copies of Bell. We wanted to respect Voiceless. In preparation for this event, Gabe wasn't sure. He kind of relied on like me and Enzo for like a scope of what the NA meta was like. We were like, yeah, the people over here really love that deck, so we had to change up the side deck in order to have a better matchup versus that deck. So instead of playing like Bishops, which we felt were like subpar, we decided to play Bell instead, which was like a lot better. 2 copies of Pankratops. The 3rd Crossout. 2 copies of Deck Lockdown. This was our go first. Instead of playing 3 Floodgates, we just played 2 Floodgates and the 3rd Crossout, which we wanted to draw whatever we went first, and we knew we were going first. And then, so this is for the mirror, and then for the rest of the stuff for the mirror, we played the 4 take cards and then 3 copies of Phantasme to get to the take cards. This card overperformed. Theory behind this card is it outs Floodgates, and if your opponent ends on a half board, it deals with IP, it deals with SP. If they end on the full board and you summon this, it can trade with the Appaloosa or trade with the IP. So it performed well. I think the deck was great. I liked it a lot. Chopper. For the extra deck, we played 1 copy of Anima, 1 copy of Phoenix, 1 copy of Puzzlemino. So this card allows like 1 card combos with Snake Eye Ash to get to number 38. It comes up in a lot of 2 card combos. We even considered cutting Flamber's Dragon down to 1 because you don't need it. You don't need the 2nd Flamber's Dragon for any of the combos because of this card, but it does come up against the Kashtira version of the deck because if you like are going second, they have Fenrir, they can banish it face down, like random stuff like that. That's why we played the 2nd Flamber's Dragon, but it was a lot of consideration to cut Flamber's Dragon down to 1. We didn't feel like we needed the 2nd one. IP, SP, Charmers, Celine, 1 copy of Scareclaw Tryhard. I never summoned this card. Shout out to my boy JJ back in Charlotte. He signed it for me. Claw your way to the top. I did not get to the top, but I tried hard. 1 copy of Promethean, Raging, Zelantis, Access Code, Appaloosa 38. So yeah, that was it. Thank you guys. Shout out to my Twitch, Jib_YGL. Same thing for my YouTube. Yeah, that's it. Have a great day.
Charlie from JNC signing up.